We are always here making sure to provide you with all of the relevant information that has to do with land business in Liberia. And today I'm Emmanuel C. Davis, and I will be asking all of the questions to our Honorable Chairman of the Liberian Authority. So I'll go in directly now to the Honorable Chairman. Chairman, welcome to the microphone of Freedom FM.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for having me. It's been some time now.
Yes, it's
I'm
been a
happy to
yeah.
join you to talk to our people.
Oh, thank you, Chairman. Because that's one thing I've been praying for to have you on the microphone. You, one person that is very busy, making sure that you are, you can engage and be places that is very important to the land authority. And in most cases, we always seek your fountain to make sure when we come to the radio station, we provide the relevant information to the people. So that's one thing that is something that is very, very key to the institution as a whole. Firstly, before we go into business, how are you? How is the land authority and how is everything?
Uh, Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for the question. We know how situations are today in today's world. There is nothing that is very perfect, 100%. But we are thankful that we have a leader. I think
Mm.
you listen to the State of the Nation address
Hmm.
when the president even mentioned the land right law, and rural
Yes.
activities.
Hmm.
So we have the full support of the government, and because of that, we're happy. It's sad that we also have our partners along with all the CSO. We are all working together. So the land authorities is on the right track. It's not 100%,
Mm.
and no one promised it would be 100% in times soon to come. But we are on the right track towards being perfect.
Yeah, sure. Land tenure security, land reform is not an event. This is a kind of phrase you always use. So many expectations from people. People always want to know what is the elegant. Everything change at once, and you always tell people that look, land reform in Liberia is not an event. It's a process. When you say that, what do you actually mean? Maybe if somebody sitting somewhere want to know exactly what actually when you say land reform in Liberia is not an event but a process.
First of all, thank you for that question again. All along from the formation of Liberia,
Mm.
ownership of land in totality has never been established until after about almost 200 years, 2018, the law, the people declared that the customary land belongs to the customary people.
Mm.
Now, that's a fundamental step towards the reform, toward reform in the land ownership of this country. But
Mm.
that's not all to it. The law that gave land ownership to the people is a framework law.
Mm.
It's a primary law that
Mm.
need to be reduced into regulation, into guidelines, into other procedures, and that will take some time. But
Mm.
moreover, that also will need the finances. But again, the people are not going to wait for us to get everything.
Mhm.
The expectation is going to remain high, and
Mhm.
we are happy that they have high expectations. We just need to be patient with them. So land reform it means a lot. Uh, there are countries in today's world that started land reform maybe 50 years ago,
Mhm.
and they are still reforming their assets. Notwithstanding, ours is moving fast, not as fast as we would like it to be, but we are in the formation of putting a system together that we know will not go back to what it used to be. We will only move forward. We are currently in the process of establishing regulation, guidelines, and procedure. Yes, people have the right, but the right has to go through several processes, and we are thankful to the government to the extent that we have a regulation now developed or
Mm.
even approved and printed. We await the support of the finance ministry to have some of these laws available for our community and also the partners. But to say it will take some time because we are in the process of taking our land sector from the informal sector
Mhm.
for under the table
Okay.
to come to the formal sector to
Mm.
be on top of the table. That means we are in the process of establishing a land information system where every piece of land in Liberia we have only one set of ownership.
Mm.
Every piece of land in Liberia will be valued. Every piece of land in Liberia will be recorded, and we should have a system where you can go and give any unique parcel number to us and we can just go into our
And that, Chairman, that would be able to resolve some of the issues we have with the interstate estates, because you have people who take land, they have different documents, they come to the court, and the court have to do their letter of administration and all of that, and they go back again. You wouldn't really know exactly the size of land, whether the land that they have in question is finished and so forth. So that process, that system you are talking about is going to resolve many of these challenges we fix.
Yeah, it's going to resolve, but we are also thankful for the judicial system.
Okay.
The judiciary. We had a conference the last time in Banga where they were
Mhm.
very helpful.
Yeah.
They were very open. And as at today, we are on the same page to the extent. So the issue of asset management, our law provides that for asset should lie,
Mhm.
letter of administration lasts for 12 months. And
1
after the
year.
12 months,
Mhm.
the asset should be closed unless there are reason to establish why they should not be closed. Then it can be extended for the next 6 months,
Mhm.
which means in totality 18 months. But we have estates administration in Liberia have lasted for more than 25 years, which is not good at all. Continue to sell the same property over and over. The laws will also provide that before you register a property, the seller should have paid the tax.
Mhm.
You, the buyer, will also pay the tax.
Mhm.
But we are thankful to the judges and the public judges.
Okay.
They are requiring that before you can register a deed,
Mhm.
administrator deed, you have to show them that, for example, the letter of administration is correct.
Mhm.
You pay your taxes, and these are what we want. But again, notwithstanding, the system is not there yet, but the judges are working along with us. We are happy for the position they are taking now,
Mhm.
unlike 2, 3 years ago, where people were not even keeping record,
Mhm.
but we were profiting, we were registering. But I think we are getting there. We are not there yet. We are not close to being there,
Mhm.
but we will get there.
Like you always say, it's not an event, it's a process. So it's a process of getting there. It's not a process like you just said, right, boom, everything
No, we will
happened
not get there overnight.
overnight.
Yes, we have to make sure.
Decentralization is something that is very key to national government. And we've been hearing on the news, in local papers that the LA is now decentralizing its function. Though you have offices across the 15 counties of Liberia, but we also learned that you have 5 counties that you are about to carry full service as it is done at headquarters. How is that?
We are happy to have the decentralization or the governance,
Yeah.
local governance act passed to the extent that we are on the voice of practicing revenue sharing.
Okay.
Because if everything is to happen at the central location, just imagine the time it would take to go to the local communities,
Mm.
whether some will shut land or not. But these are some of the practices that happen when the system is not fully working. We are our law commend us though to have our function decentralized.
Mm.
And decentralization means whatever services that we are providing at the
At the central level.
it should be provided at the local level. We have our county offices established, not yet fully functioning, but we are also thankful to the Swedish partner
Mm.
who have also agreed to make at least 2 offices well functional.
Mm.
When we say an office is functional, 2 offices of the 15 counties that will be able to fully, efficiently, effectively provide all services that we are capable of providing at central office.
Mm.
So that's to the extent which we want decentralization to be. That is, every county should be able to provide services to all residents, all citizens, as if they were in the road.
So that these 2 counties would be a role model counties for the 15 counties.
For the-
Notwithstanding you providing all of the logistics and all of the training for these 5 counties like Bombing, Lofa, Grand Bassa, and the rest of them. So definitely when you want to have all of the services that is rendered at the head office, you get to any of these counties, you will definitely get exactly what you want. So definitely we are heading towards revenue generation, more revenue generation in the next coming year.
Quite frankly, as we speak,
Mm.
even before you talk to me from the office of media,
Mm.
we are putting the finishing touches on our revenue review.
Good
Uh,
one.
we cannot continue to operate or live by our donation.
Yeah.
It's never ever going to be sustainable. And the land sector is not a full sector. It is an area that it is hard to manage.
Mm.
For our being there, we are going to try to set the foundation so that those who will come after us, they will have a reason to do the right thing. So we are working on the new field regime. Just imagine the registration in Nigeria is $25. If you are to check in other countries around here, it may be more than 10 times
Yes,
what we pay here.
in other
And
countries.
we expect to have a system that is very responsible, responsive, and accountable. You cannot be very cheap and you still want to be accountable, you
Mm.
still want to be responsible. We are saying that for the new fee regime, we want people, they may not pay the full fee or fees as other countries around here, but it should be appreciable amount
Mm.
that can keep the land authority running, not necessarily waiting for a donation from somewhere. Yeah, the donations are coming. The purpose of the donation is to build a capacity
Mhm.
so that we can continue working ourselves.
Because
Yes, sustainability,
Mhm.
financial sustainability
yeah.
on the table now is there, and we will fully implement it.
Yes, Chairman, and that's something that comes to mind because somebody always said, okay, if I have 25 acres of land and I have to do the deregistration for just $25, 25 acres of land, $25. So it means that with that 25 acres of land, I just pay $25 and that's all. In other countries, it's not really practice. The value of the land give more registration, know exactly how much you're going to pay and so forth. But here in Liberia, we see that people have huge quantity of land, but then they pay small for registration. So the LRA is now working to resolving that so that government can now generate the necessary revenue that they can get through the Liberian Authority,
And
especially with
that's
leverage.
the intent.
Okay.
That's the purpose, and there we are going. Or not everything will come from the government, central government. But
Mhm.
even if everything is to come from central government, we as revenue generating institution, as service provider, that is actually free. That
Okay.
is really free.
Absolutely.
There has to be cost attached to it. If
Mhm.
it is absolutely free, that means it has no value.
Okay.
And because our services have value, so we don't think it should continue to be free. And because people want to have what they want, they should be also prepared to pay for what they want.
Mhm.
Notwithstanding, it's not going to be commercialized. It's not going to be for profit making. It's going to be like, what can we do to continue providing services to the public that they really want and on time and the way they want it. So we are going to frame the fees in a way that not to make profit for government, but to generate revenue for government so that the government can provide services to our people.
We just learned that somebody, a notorious land dealer was booked somewhere, was grabbed, was nabbed in Johnsonville City. That person is currently at the South Beach, which is a good news for the land sector. We also learned that some other cases somewhere, I think Margibi or Bon County, happened just within a few times, and then that,
Margibi,
yes,
Todi.
Todi, exactly. So the LA does not have the prosecutorial power. When you grab somebody, you have to prosecute them directly. You don't have that power. So what kind of mechanism do you put into place to ensure that to grab these people, because you don't have your policemen all over the place, but yet you grab these people?
Emmanuel, let me jump on this. First thing we respect the individual freedom,
Mm,
human rights.
yeah.
That's across the board. We can't deny that. We have to respect. But at the same time, we have public policy and public interest that we also have to respect.
Yes.
Even when we are respecting individual human rights,
Hmm.
we need certain things to provide protection even for ourselves to protect you.
Mm.
If these things are not available, it is hardly possible to protect our people. So, and the land sector, the land is what almost not not even almost. Everyone wants it.
Hmm.
Even the dead need somewhere to be buried.
Hmm.
So land issue we have to take it very seriously. Or the land seller, we have listed number of names who merely do illegal land selling.
Okay.
But we are also thankful for the court system.
Hmm.
As late as 2, 3 days ago, the Supreme Court handed down the ruling in favor of the land authority,
Bravo.
stating that the land authority has a right, the government has a right to conduct investigative survey, and no one can deprive the land authority of that. Yes, you may have an injunction, preliminary, yes, but it's not going to last long because that's a separate country. So it is not easy, land selling, and we will not hesitate. We
Hmm.
may not have the express law giving us the power to prosecute, but there is no law in Liberia equally that stops anyone from doing the right thing. And because there's no law that stops us from doing the right thing, criminal activities are prosecutable on us by the government.
by the government.
We went along with the Ministry
Your
of Justice,
justice, okay.
and we are taking to a lawyer,
Mm,
or renowned lawyer,
okay,
of trust, who is helping us or providing us services
okay.
to prosecute these activities. Even like down one side,
Mm-hmm.
as early as about 2, 3 days ago, a ruling was made in another case. And pretty soon, we have another case of treatment for people, and we are sure we. The issue is, do we have the funding to hire the services of our lawyers? Other than that, we will assume
Mm,
until we are told by the court you can prosecute someone for criminal act, we will continue to prosecute them. And until the law can expressly tell us, now you have the prosecutorial power to do
yes.
that, we will continue to prosecute the wrong act of people. We don't have the law express,
Mm.
but we have the law implied. Because the law says we make policy and any other program that will protect land ownership. Any other programs that will protect land ownership in Liberia include the program to prosecute criminals. And we continue to do that.
One of the things I picked from the president's message, the president's State of the Nation address, he spoke about the issue of customary community now having rights to land, a law that he signed on in 2018. And then he also talked about women now taking ownership. The LA has been doing greatly well in terms of sensitizing community, making sure that women, youth, persons with disability. Currently, I just learned that somewhere in Grand Crew County, there's a person with disability that is working directly in the office of the LNA. It's something you know the PWDs have always called on. We can work, we can do something, and you have done that. You've employed such a person. But I also know that the LNA cannot do all. How is the LNA and civil society in terms of what we can do, what the LNA can do, what civil society can do? How is it going in terms of customary communities now formalizing their land and they getting these for those land they formalizing? I mean, everybody want to know.
Oh, actually, the people we refer to as disabled,
Mm,
I think it is better to refer to them as people with disability.
okay.
Because many of them are not disabled, may mean you can't do anything at all. But people with disability, your disability may be mobility, your legs.
Yes,
But you can talk,
you can talk, you
you
can
can
write.
see, you can write,
Mm,
you can communicate, you can serve a receptionist. So yes, we have a lady with disability
mm,
who now serve in the office of one of our countries.
yes.
And we will not hesitate once the funds are there to include because such people they are more committed to the job
Yeah.
than we who maybe quote unquote we are 100% with everything. So we meet lands right again. If we are to go back to tradition again, it's sad not having or not letting customary people, proper people to have land ownership in this country from the time like they were funded up to 2018.
Mm,
Women were at a very high disadvantageous point, even more than the men. For the fact that the government was stopping the tribal men from owning land,
yeah.
the tribal men were also stopping the tribal
We
women
mean from owning land.
from claiming land. But we are now doing away with that. Again, custom, tradition is fundamental.
Mm,
And anything that is fundamental, you cannot just erase it within 1 day time. It will take some time. But we are on track now to make sure that the men, first of all, realize that they and the women have equal rights.
equal right.
And that is happening. And also to tell the women that they have the right and how to go about that right to get it, to obtain it. We are on track with that. Moreover, customer land right.
Mhm.
I think the president did, I remember, 2017 when he was running his campaign. And the two laws were there. We are also thankful to the former president. She drafted the law. For 4 years, the laws were there. The laws maker didn't pass it.
Mm,
For George, we at the time, Senator said, well, becoming president, I will make sure this law is passed. And he did that in 2018. The senior became president. He passed the two laws. The good part is the two laws were passed the same day. The
mm,
local government act.
and the land.
Then the law gave you right. Just a short. Or an old man told me in the early,
Mm,
Adam, in this country, from the time we recognize ourselves in this country, presidents have done 3 things for us
okay.
that we will forever remember. The first one was King,
Okay.
when King Staples form of slavery in Liberia, the King James.
Mm.
The next one he said was Dole, when Dole started the payment of tax, where they used to tie the poor people, the native people for not paying tax.
Okay.
He said the last one in this country is giving the land back to the people.
Which the people never had.
They never had and they never thought of it.
So,
For
so
President Weir to
Mhm.
give land back to the people, they say they are appreciative of it. They never expected it. Something the first female president of Africa fought for more than 4 years
mm,
that she didn't do. And George Weir came and did it for them. They are thankful for it. And actually, I must say, if I may go back into
Mm.
my young days when we were member of PAR, that's what the song. Papa's land.
who owns
Who owns
Papa
the
land?
land? And to me, 2018,
Yeah.
that question has been answered a long time. Who owns the land? The next issue is how do you share the land?
hmm
And that's the purpose of the land authority. And I'm so thankful to the Liberian people that I'm sitting there
Mm.
at their will. At any time they can take me from there. But while I'm sitting there, I have to do the right thing.
The right
because I know
thing.
the background for which land should be in this country.
So that means that an old lady somewhere in Bodo can say that today living in a customary community have right to ownership, though her family never left any land there for her, but she can now say that my children can take ownership of this customary community land if the land is formalized. Because we understand that there are processes for communities to be issued statutory land deeds so that the land becomes communal and they can go strictly into business. And then community people also have their community land and then they can do whatever they want to do. Chairman, does that mean that with the law now giving ownership to the people, because somewhere said somewhere all the way in Fasama or Feasible, say, okay, since the law said now we take ownership of the land, we now go into concession. Concession need to come to us now, and then let's sit on the table. Does that really work, or you have to wait till the concession period that was established under the agreement is reached, and then after which you go back to the table to the people?
Every law is as good as its implementation.
Okay.
To have a good law, that's not sufficient. To have good implementation, that's the issue. And to a certain extent that not everyone will understand the law at
Mm.
first, but beside that, not everyone will really want to implement the law because they are used to doing things the old way and they always give them some benefit.
Mm.
They don't want to lose the benefit, they will want to continue to do the same old way. The law is clear. As at the time this law was passed in 2018, all the agreement entered into by the government that were effective remain as they are. Notwithstanding,
Mm.
the law said the land belongs to the people, and because the land belongs to the people, but the government has already entered into agreement, at any time the government and the concession are about to renegotiate, the interest of the community to be taken into consideration. Anytime. Not just at the end of the
Mm.
concession.
Mm.
Most concessions will say every 5 years.
Okay.
That means every 5 years, at any time, the lawmaker, the executive, they are about to renew.
So you go back to the
Yes,
community
you go
before
back
you
to
can
the
renew your
But
the
there
new
are so
agreement.
many legal issues.
Okay.
The law also says when the term of the concession is over,
Yes.
the land go back to the community. That also means if you own the land, there's a concession on the land. Who owns the concession?
The people.
The people.
Yeah.
There are some concessions around here. Again, the biggest thing we need to care for our people.
Which
We
is
are
very
not
key.
suffering because we are poor. We are suffering because we are not making good use of our resources.
Mm.
Quite recently at the conference when I was speaking, it was one of the sessions. Our people in Liberia continue to look for jobs.
Mm.
About 90% of our people, they really want factory job. But we are exporting raw materials. And for raw material to transcend into finished goods, it has to go through the factory processes.
Mm-hmm.
And our people want a factory job. So what do? They go into the sea to swim to cross the water. We are exporting round logs. It should not happen. Not like this. Raw rubber. It should not happen. Maybe mineral resources or iron ore need more financing, capital investment. for what's up gold, diamond. These are all raw materials. So I've said this to say our people need and deserve better living. And this law
Mhm.
give them the opportunity. If we can implement this law as it is, they will all benefit. There will not be so many reasons why we should consider crying, retire. Even though retire may not be any mean retire, it may be a different thing. But quite frankly, our people, I think we will make sure they will get a benefit of their resources, particularly the under the land rights law. So the law is when the term period setting,
Mhm.
50 years given to a concession, the 15 years over, mean the agricultural concession, the land go back to the people. That means the concession can still remain with what at first it was maybe bilateral negotiation, governmental concession.
Mhm.
But when the tenure is over, completely over, to me it becomes a tripartite arrangement.
Okay.
The community, the
The
government,
government
and the concession.
and the
Yes,
concession.
and they can still remain there and make profit. This is the reason why some concessions have maybe 600,000 acres of land and they can only access 10,000 or 20,000 because past concessions never considered the interest of the people. As if to say they were nothing of this at all.
Mhm.
Are we following all the laws? I can say yes. Are we supposed to follow all? Yes. Will the land authority play her role to make sure we follow all? I would say yes. Unless I'm not called upon or we are not called upon, but we have to make sure that we follow the law. So when the concession is over completely, the community will have to be there to negotiate.
Chairman,
Time
somebody.
for negotiation,
Mhm.
the community will have it. But beside that,
That's where I wanted to go
there's a
actually.
hybrid in between.
Mhm.
That it is possible that the concession time is not finished, and the government or the concession want the term to be extended
Okay.
or new enrichment, but the new enrichment will include a new period added to the old one.
Okay.
In my position, the land authority position, if a concession has 50 years and the concession has 130 years, 20 more years, the concession wants a betterment. But the amendment will include new years added to the 20 years.
To the 20
The
years.
additional year to the 20 years should be negotiated with the community. Because by the time 20 years over, the next 5 years
Mhm.
is supposed to be for the concession. That's enough. The law is a law until it is changed.
Until it is changed, the law is the law. We have the honorable chairman of the Liberia Land Authority, Honorable Attorney J. Adams Mano. But I always want to listen to the chairman because whenever he's on the radio, he provides the relevant information. He discussed the law, and then somebody, I'm very sure somebody in Greenville, because the last time I was on this radio station, we got a call from all the way Greenville. And people are listening to this program. Somebody in Greenville, where we have the GVL, is dancing to his toe right now because the fact that when the concession is over, the land come back to the community take ownership, or the county or whatever take ownership of the land, and then they go to sit. Those things were not happening before, Chairman. Where the people will have to sit on the table to discuss with concession, discuss with government. In those days, my old grandfather would say, the people used to come to our town and say, you go there and take the land. Then everybody say, you see the tree, you see the forest, nobody come near it. You can't touch them, you can ask them questions. But today the land rights law has given opportunity, has given rights to customary community to now take ownership of their land. I think that is a big one. Like you said, three things mentioned by that old man in Maryland County is a big one. Chairman, you 2023 is a year that is filled with so many packages. We have election in this year. There, there are several things happening in 2023. Where do you stand as an institution?
First, we have our ADR session,
The
which is
alternative
the
dispute
alternative
resolution.
dispute resolution.
Yeah.
We have received several letters,
Okay.
and they will continue to come in because first of all we have census. The
Mm.
census also resolved into redemarcation of electoral boundaries. Electoral boundaries may follow population.
Mm.
Population will be of interest to the candidates, to the
Mhm.
senators. So no one will really want to shift any population from his electoral district
To another
his
electoral district.
At the same time, there are mineral resource rush.
Mhm.
Communities want mineral resources to come to their area. This demarcation sometimes brings problems. We are prepared for all. fully prepared? I would say no, because we don't have all the resources that we need. Notwithstanding, I think even before I enter your office,
Mm.
we just ask for support,
Okay.
resolve some boundary issues
From national government.
for national government.
Okay.
For national government,
Mm.
about 12 months ago,
Okay.
needed the country between forming one country,
Okay.
forming, Baku, local.
Wow.
And this is of high interest to even the vice president, to the extent that I asked for her support.
Mm.
And she even wrote a letter to follow up on that.
Okay.
Before entering here, I got a call from even the Minister of Finance, making a follow up on that. I'm going to renew that call, that request,
Mhm.
because if some of these issues are not resolved, so go there and talk to land matter and walk away, that's not enough. So go
Absolutely.
there, talk land matter, and then cornerstone, you take photo and have a map of the area. When everybody agrees to that, that's the best we can resolve that
Mm.
issue. And we know several complaints will come. We are prepared for all to make sure that, of course, we know we are not the only one there.
Mhm.
Internal Affairs Ministry is there. The Election Commission is there. Legis is also there, along with the Justice Ministry, the Finance Ministry. One thing we know, every land is local, so we are going to work around the local government to make sure we can resolve each and every issue that we have the means to resolve once and for all. So we are prepared for it.
So that means that national government is giving some signal to support
Oh yes,
that
definitely,
particular effort.
definitely.
Before
I was
we,
surprised that I was called upon. And
yes.
in fact, I left the instruction to renew our request.
Mhm.
From here, that we signed the revision with level 8. Yes, Samia Floyd is active.
Okay.
Because if we are not careful, some of these issues will bring more problems as a result of the election. There's bringing solutions.
They're bringing solution because when you read some of the reports that have been coming, the CRS report, the UN report, they talk about land disputes, land conflict is something that could be one of the factors to any kind of civil unrest in Liberia. So this is a plus. If that should happen, it is a big plus. Before we go to the telephone line to get our callers, I will now turn to Kojo to read out the numbers for those who are listening to us. Maybe you in Lofa, you in Grand Jida, you in Bon County, maybe you somewhere in Magibi or Grand Bassa. The numbers to call.
You can form part of the program by calling 0776 104 104 086 500 104. When you call, you'll be a part of the program, The Lands Matter, where indeed we are playing host to the man who runs the day-to-day affairs of the Liberia Land Authority. 0776 104 104 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those of you outside Liberia, you want to form part of the conversation, you can call us on +231 86 500 104, and you'll be live on the program, The Lands Matter. Emmanuel, take this person from this side of the line. This person.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Alpha X calling from.
Hello, good afternoon. I can't hear this person. Hello, good afternoon.
You getting them? You getting this
No,
person?
absolutely.
I'm hearing this person from here. Yeah, use that. I'm hearing-
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Alpha S from my duty one.
Your name and where you call from, please.
Alpha S from my duty one.
Okay, Alpha. What's your take?
Yeah, I listen to the chairman. He says so many things, but in my you have the same parent there with us. Because more people in my duty one or follow land, they can make you we visit on your own. So I listen to the chairman to ask him a question.
So, Alpha, can you just ask your question? You are no more visitor. The chairman just said that the land rights law gave rights to every Liberian to own property. So you are happy. You say you are happy that you are no more visitor. So what's the question?
Yeah, the question there is this. We have our mother D and we took it, we carried it, someone the person went and swapped the deed and while that now they're selling the land on it. So you think how will we do it to gain our deed from him?
Okay, thank you, Alpha. Thank you, Alpha. You have a mother D, you have your land, you gave it to someone, it was swapped, and the person is now selling your property. Thank you.
0776 104 104 0776 104 104. Like it is person from this side of the line. Emmanuel, you can go on.
Hello, your name and where you call from, please.
I'm calling from Dupont Road. I'm Lawrence Collins.
Okay, Lauren, your
Yes, the last time I listened, and this week I'm listening again. I'm so interested in the program. I want to commend you guys.
thank you so much,
especially
Lawrence.
this program. Okay, my concern have to do with I have my land. I was purchased in 1969. All right. I want to carry on development on the land. People move on me, almost took my life. And these people are known. They are visibly and available and boisterously saying that if I step there, they will kill me. This case is in a court from the commissioner office, the magistrate office, the land authority, to county administrator of Bond County. Until today, it is at the at the circuit court. So my question has to do with what can I do to be able to reclaim my land? Because these people, even everything that we did over there, we planted oil palm of 2,000 plants. They went to cut everything down. They broke down our kitchen. Everything that we planted, they cut everything down.
Okay, thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Lawrence. So, okay, thank you so much. The chairman is here. I'm very, very, very sure that we're getting down all of the questions that are coming in. Definitely, the chairman will respond appropriately. But we want to take all of the callers now. If we have somebody online, Kojo.
0776 104 104 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. I got this person from here. This person on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you are live on Freedom FM. Land Matters. What's your concern? What's your question? Maybe you have a statement or something.
Yeah, thank you for the topic on the discussion this ask. Very interesting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
About us.
Okay.
My concern is you have a piece of property.
Mm.
You show it is for you or for your parent left it with you. And so, but then today, we see scruples of men, then people call license and Juco, they own our land, the property can't put their foot that they're chopping people and all. So I want to know what step the authority will take about this kind of case.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I got another person from this side of the
Yes.
line.
Hello, you live on Freedom FM. Your question, please. Your name, where you call from?
This
Hello?
person, your name and where have you joined us from? Okay, we can go ahead.
Yes, Chairman.
We can take at least two more.
Two more
Pass
calls. Then we'll go to the chairman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like at this person. Your name and where you join us from?
Yes, I'm calling from Marowe.
Okay, Mama.
Yeah, okay. I got my place right now. I'm sitting down. There's somebody in the community here live there in the yard. Because we all live together on the system, everything. But because all the parents are, she has gone to work and take people leave for yard right behind me here and take my own property and send it to people. I went to land authority. I've been there. The people, they don't want to help me.
Okay, so you went to the land authority, you reported the matter, and nobody want to help you.
We went, yeah. The reason is I went there. When they came here, they told the woman, yes, it's a nice day. But when they came back, when I went back there, they came, they did it. Yeah, it's up here. I got a copy. They came, they movement now. Yeah, they bumped it. They fence, full fence. Oh, yeah, sitting down here. Then they went, they take something and give it back to the woman.
So they have encroached on your land. They're taking part of your land. Okay, Mama, we listen to you. The chairman here, yeah, the chairman will respond to you. He will definitely respond to your question. We take the last caller, then we move that to the
this
chairman.
person. Don't go back to the chairman.
Okay. Hello, where you call from? Your name, please.
Hello,
Yes, hello. We're hearing you. Where you call from? Your name?
Mr. Weir, I'm calling you from Drovey Race Institute.
Mr. Weir, your question.
Yes, sir. I have a problem, land problem.
The chairman is here to solve your problems.
Church in Chiesa
Okay.
Hill. These people have been taking care of my land with a friend, and the landlord there have a deed. As long as I took a summer at Grace Institute, the church decided to build there immediately. When I came to myself, because I was not well, when I came to myself, I wanted to continue building in the there or until I get my deed probated. While that time, the people were opposite United Methodist land authority was opposite somewhere single.
Mm-hmm.
I registered my, I get my receipt, I probably there, and the people pay. We haven't come up and they went.
Okay, Mr. Weir, I think I got you clearly.
Yeah,
Thank you
deposit
so
slip
much.
off.
Thank
And
you so much,
we all
Mr.
have-
Weir.
yeah,
we
thank-
do not have time. The chairman need to respond to chairman. We want you to respond to all of these questions. The last man said that he bought this land. The church have taken over. They built on it, and they were building overnight. What can he do?
Quite frankly, yes, we have the alternative to the solution
Mm.
mechanism of procedure at the land authority,
Okay.
where one can bring a complaint and we can call the other party to sit and resolve it. Of course, if we can resolve it, if everyone cannot agree with our resolution, then of course they can go to the court. But I would encourage him for the fact that this is a choice,
Mm-hmm.
and we even expect the choice to do or to claim what is not theirs.
What is not
Unless
there?
it was sold to them on Monday, I think we can bring the computer to land authority. We can help to see what it is about it.
Alpha says someone swapped their land deed and they give it to him to keep, but now he swapped it. He's now selling their property. What can they do? Do they go to him and fight him or come to the land authority?
It's not uncommon
Mm.
for someone to ask you for a deed. I'm not saying that's what happened.
Okay.
I'm saying what he explained is not uncommon.
It's something deeper.
Yeah, the criminals have so many around, so they are very connected to the extent they can do almost anything they want to. I think Alpha can bring it from me. The first thing, if it is true, we will stop all the registration for that person.
Okay.
The case is resolved.
Okay.
If it is true
Okay.
that the person took, it is not the person's land, the person is selling it.
Yeah.
We will also ask the court not to forbid any deed from that person or from that area, and will make sure no deed from that area will be registered until the case is found a resolution. Whether the land belongs to the person or to Alpha, then that can be settled.
That can be settled. Lawrence said he bought land in 1969 to develop, and today people are threatening to kill him. I mean, he wants to reclaim his property. What can he do, Chairman? That's something that is worrisome.
That is always what we need to do again. It's not a common council.
Mm-hmm.
The best way is you can come to the land authority. Of course, they become to the land authority does not mean automatically as you bring your case, everything going to be resolved.
Yeah.
They're going to want it. This we are dealing with individual rights and processes and procedure.
Mm.
Sometimes it will take some time. Of course, it should not be unnecessary or long period of time, or the party can come to the land authority and to make sure to help.
Mm-hmm.
How far we can go if the cause of involve the police or involve the court system, we will not hesitate to do that.
Okay.
Another property from Guroville,
Mm-hmm.
what can the land authority do? Where people are chasing them with collections.
Yeah.
Bannersville, rather.
Bannersville. Some people running behind them with cutlasses. Yeah.
Yes, again, the complaint can come and to get the police involved. Sometimes to engage these people will also ask the police for protection for power, manpower to go along with them. So they can bring the complaint, we'll work along with the police and the court system to make sure something is done or one who is right, the person get his right.
Yes.
For
Yes.
encroachment,
Yeah. Encroachment.
I would
My
say
old lady who
the
called
best-
somebody.
the
Yeah.
best thing to do, if encroachment is claimed, that means they have two documents, and they can bring the document, we do the investigative survey, then we know whether who is really encroaching or what the real situation on the ground is. So the person can come over to us and we'll do investigative survey.
Honorable Chairman, it was nice having you on Freedom FM Lens Matter. Your parting comments. Maybe you have something to say that you didn't say. What
First
ki-
of all,
Mhm.
first of all, we need support from the government, and we need direct support from our farmers. We need collaboration, coordination with the government institution, neither internal affairs, mines and agriculture,
Mm.
elections to make sure that we resolve all election related claim and conduct claim amicably so that our people will not have to receive the court election.
This was
Hey,
the
Nancy,
voice of the Honorable
did you know
Chairman,
that-
Anthony J. Adams Manobad of the Liberia Land Authority. And my name is Emmanuel Cheddar Davis, your one and only host of this program. I always here on Wednesday, and today happens to be a very wonderful one where we had the Honorable Chairman in the studio to discuss the law. And today he said that today the land rights law has given rights to customary communities to now take ownership and then to even sit on the table to discuss with concessions, government, and the the entire process. This is something that is very, very nice. And we hope that we can get the chairman back. I'm very, very sure this coming Wednesday, if he doesn't have schedule, we'll definitely get him back. This is the Land Matters program every Wednesday from 3 to 4 p.m. on Freedom FM. It was nice. And I want to turn over now to Kojo, my only one and only brother who's controlling everything in studio. Kojo, the microphone.
Thank you very much. And you've been listening to the program, The Lens Matter. The invitation is yours to join us this Saturday for the repeat of this program or a fresh edition on next Wednesday. Until then, have yourself a very pleasant time.
Hey, Nancy, did you know that the Liberia Land Authority is now responsible for